Man, what's going on with y'all, man? Welcome to the channel. Hopefully everything is going good with everybody. And you know, the topic that I wanted to discuss today is why you should never fold on your principles with a woman. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So story time, right? Story time. I had met a woman on a dating app, right? And you know, she had liked me, so I ended up matching with her, and she ended up messaging me first, right? You know, we messaged back a couple messages like, how you doing? How's everything going? And then eventually I was like, yo, let's skip all the small talk. Like, let's do a FaceTime on the app. Cause on the app, it has its own little video chat thing. So she was like, cool, like I love that energy and we can do it. I got this, stay open. So I'm like, bet. We did the video call, you know what I'm saying? The vibes was vibing, everything was hitting, you know what I'm saying? It was on point, everything was smooth. She was asking me questions, she was engaged, she had no boring personality. Then all of a sudden, this is where it starts to go left. At this point in the conversation, I'm trying to like figure out, okay, like where's the logistics? Well, how far does she live? And let me go ahead and set up the date, because you don't want to be on the call for too long. So after about 10 minutes, you know, us chopping it up, me showing a little humor, I was like, well, I stay in such and such. I was like, how far do you stay? And she said where she stayed at in this particular place that she stays at is about 45 to 50 minutes away from me. So regardless of where the woman stays at, I want you to come my way. That's just me as a man because of logistics. You know what I'm saying? Close about my crib. You know, so then I was like, cool or whatever, right? Would you mind coming my way? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to go get some frozen yogurt or go for a walk in the park because, you know, it's getting warm outside or whatever. She's like, yeah, that sounds fun. You know what I'm saying? So she said no. And in my head, it's like, of course you want to come back with the rebuttal, right? It's like, dang, like why I gotta be like that? So then she goes on to say how she doesn't like to drive. You know what I'm saying? That's her reason. She's like, I don't like to drive. And I said, oh, okay. And then her response is, well, other dudes come out here, so I don't see what the problem is. Now let me repeat back what she just said. She said, other guys come out here, why can't you do it, basically? So of course I'm still being cordial because at this point, I see there's no convincing her, right? So for me, if you're not willing to come my way, I'm good, baby girl. I'm not trying to come all the way out there because you don't like to drive, and I gotta come out there, pay for whatever we're doing, and leave empty-handed. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, she doesn't have her own spot, but even if she did, you don't try to go to a woman's spot and you don't know, because you don't know what she got going on ex-boyfriend wise. So that's out of the picture. So you want me to come all the way out there and pay for everything and leave empty-handed? And you're trying to throw in my face, well, other guys do it. You know what I'm saying? And this is what gets most men, because she's probably said that to most men, and they do what? They do it because they're not in abundance. They're in scarcity. And that was me for so many years. For most of my life, I was those other guys. I just did that like a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Went to go see a woman who didn't have her own spot. She lived like 50 minutes away, because I'm doing it because I'm thinking like, okay, I can try to get her I'll prove that I can put in the effort. You know what I'm saying? Like you thinking you're getting points for doing that, but you're really losing points. Because you got to think about it, right? As a man, you got to come from a point of leverage, right? So when you're coming from a place of leverage, by that woman saying, oh, well, other guys do it, she's basically saying, fall in line. She's thinking I'm part of her military crew. Like, I gotta be a soldier. Yes, ma'am. Like, that's basically what she's saying. Fall in line. And I'm not willing to do that. She was like, well, other guys do it. I'm not other guys. I'm not going to do it. You think I'm about to drive all this distance to get nothing in return? Who would sign up for that? When you don't stand on your principles with women, they throw it in your face. Like, I remember times where I could be texting a woman, right? Like she looked hella good, and I'm like, man, I gotta make it work with her. I gotta make sure that I give her my all. So for instance, right, the thing that comes to my head is like, a woman may text me like, you know, we can get up and do whatever, right? And I'm like, cool, I'm free. I might say, hey, I'm free Thursday and Sunday. And she may say, I'm free Saturday. And for me, just because I don't want to miss out on the opportunity, I will agree to the Saturday. And that's where a woman gets most dudes. You're not standing on your word. So a lot of times dudes are catered to the woman, not realizing that a woman loses respect for somebody that doesn't stand on their principles. Because as a man, you trying not to lose the woman because you have fear of loss. I don't have fear of loss. So for me, I want respect. I want respect. I don't want to lose my respect. So for me, if you're not willing to come my way and I got to come your way, and that's just, oh, that's what I said, you got to come my way, I'm not changing my mind. Okay, cool. I'm good. I'm good because I know a woman who wants me will come my way. A woman who wants me won't put obstacles in my way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you got to understand as a man, abundance mindset. When you say something to a woman, you got to be about it. See, a woman likes a man of his word, because you got to think about it, right? A woman doesn't have to live up to those same principles, because a woman's currency is attention. So a woman can be talking to a guy all day and say, yeah, I look forward to hanging out with you, or, you know, yeah, we gonna see each other, and she not ever link up with you. And if you get upset and you try to over pursue and blow her phone up and cuss her out and get upset, if you do that, it's only gonna keep digging you a grave. You're just gonna be digging a deeper grave, because there ain't no coming back from it. And that's what men don't understand about women. They respect dudes who keep their word. So regardless if you get her or not, that respect is still there. She knows, okay, this guy ain't gonna fold. He not a clown. You know what I'm saying? She just doesn't like me. And that's cool. Take the L. See, a lot of us can't take the L. Oh man, she want me to drive an hour away. Dang, she not willing to come my way. And what y'all gotta understand, I've had women who have drove hours away to come see me. So when you have a woman that has drove hours to come see you, you don't ever go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I drive 50 minutes to come see you when I get nothing out of the deal? Oh, I gotta win you over? I'm good. Because if you don't see my value from the beginning, I'm straight. I was just telling my homie this the other day. If a woman doesn't see my value right away, you will never see it. Just like a job. If you don't see my value right away, you ain't gonna see it. You're gonna see it when it's too late. And then I don't want you around at that point, because you had to be convinced. You had to see it to believe it. You couldn't pick up on my energy and my character and my abilities and what I bring to the table. You couldn't see the value. So I don't want you to see it now that everybody sees it. I'm good. And also too, man, for those other guys that she said that came and saw her, it's funny because she says, well, I know a lot of guys who stay near you where you stay and they come and see me. And I'm thinking like, okay, but those other guys are coming from a place of scarcity. Those other guys didn't have other options. That's why they drove out there. Because I guarantee you, she said to all those other guys that I don't like to drive. You got to come see me. And they all was like, yes, I'll come see you. Your Highness, I'll come see you. Stupid. And what you got to think about it, it's kind of like she's testing me too, right? When a woman, if anybody says to you, oh, you should be doing this because everybody else is doing it. That's what she basically said to me. Oh, well, all the other guys drive out to me, so you should do it too. Because if I do it now, you're going to look at me, it's a trick. Because now you're going to look at me even weaker. You already know, because I've already said to you, you got to drive to me. And so now if I fold, it's going to make it look like I'm thirsty and desperate. And the other guys that she referred to in that scenario, it makes them look even weaker. Because they're clearly not with her. You clearly don't got a dude. You ain't got no nigga. So it's like clearly you don't respect these guys. Because I guarantee you, if she hit Breezy up, or she hits, Future Vandross up, or she hits Lil Baby up, or she hits, whoever, right? A top NBA player, I guarantee you they not coming your way. I guarantee you, you're gonna have to go their way. So that's how I'm looking from it. I'm looking from it from that angle. If you're not willing to come see me, and I'm good. I ain't trying to be the other guys. You know what I'm saying? I was the other guys for middle school, high school, and most of college. I was the other guys. I was the guy that will say one thing, but when the woman says something different, I'll fold to her agenda. But like Ron Will said, you gotta have a woman who is in cooperation with your operation. And if you can't follow my lead, I'm straight. Because it's like the beginning is important. So what we do in the beginning is gonna show me how it goes. So if I see red flags from the beginning, oh, you're not willing to drive to me, I'm super straight. Because I know logistically, there's no chances of anything else going on if I do that. And you don't like to drive. So basically what you're saying is, I pretty much gotta be your boyfriend before you drive a long distance. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm straight. You know, so what can we take from this story? You know what I'm saying? What we can take from this story is that you gotta stand on what you believe in. No matter how good a woman looks, if she's not in cooperation with your operation, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be straight. Because you want a woman who is excited to come see you, who she wants to make the effort. You know what I'm saying? You want that woman that is differentiating herself from the others. Because a woman like old girl from this story, dudes gotta come to you all the time. That means you just getting your end of the bargain. She knows I ain't finna get this dude nothing. Y'all know what I mean by nothing. I ain't finna give him none. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, he gonna pay for the date. Number 3, I ain't finna drive nowhere. So you're really digging yourself a grave and don't even know it. By accepting that date, you already lost. So never, just when you're dating early on, never go far away to see a woman. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't want to sit here, because you know, some women are gonna be like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with going to see the woman? Maybe it'll turn. No, it's not even about that. It's the fact that she said, I'm not even willing to drive. So that means every time I see you, I gotta come out there every time, and because you're not willing to drive. That's what, as a man, that's the red flag I took in. And y'all know I talk about vetting on my channel. And this is where vetting comes in. You gotta be able to pick that up and be like, okay, you ain't gonna never, like Maya Angelou said, when somebody shows who they are, believe them. So it's like, dang, you're not gonna ever be willing to drive my way? I gotta come see you every time, and you don't even got your own crib? But I wouldn't come over there regardless, but you ain't even got your own crib? Dang, I'm good, because I don't get nothing out the deal. See, as men, you gotta think logically with these women, because they think logically with us. So it's like, I'm straight. So again, you gotta stand tall as a man. You gotta put yourself first. You gotta have standards for yourself. And women are gonna look at if you're keeping your word or not. So when you say something, don't think women are just so delulu enough that they're gonna forget what you said. Yes, we understand women are delulu at times, but when it comes to you keeping your word, they not stupid. They know when you folding. And once you fold, she lost respect for you. So yeah, you can go out there and go on a date with her, but ain't nothing finna happen afterwards. You going to the crib empty-handed. I'm straight, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna continue to put myself first. All right, guys, that's my video for today. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.